What's up YouTube and Multitool people? I'm Joe, you're watching my channel, Ink&Iron, and I'm back with the first impressions, and maybe my only impressions, so sort of a mini review of the Leatherman Sidekick tool. I got this in a bundle with a couple of other tools. There's a busted Leatherman Wave with it, and a charge, and a PST, so you'll see those on the channel as well. But the Sidekick, kind of an interesting supposedly entry-level offering from Leatherman, although I've seen these for like between 60 and 70 US dollars as of 2022 here. So yeah, the price seems a bit high for what you're getting here. You do have removable Torx hardware, which is interesting, so if you're more of a modder, this might be an interesting offering for you. It does come with a stout pocket clip, which I do appreciate. It rides in the pocket very easily. Doesn't wiggle around like, you know, the Wave clip or the Surge clip. What do we got here? On the outside we have two tools. We have this blade, which is all right. It does commit the sin that Leatherman usually does of having a slight recurve right here. You can see the difference in sort of the polish that I've got on the edge of the blade here. It sort of fades out right here. Yeah, there's a slight recurve. I don't know why Leatherman seems to do that on all of their blades. It's really not courteous to people who like to hand sharpen, but you know, they do it. And it is a hollow grind and kind of a nice little drop point here, so you can get some pretty fine work done, as well as taking a decent edge. Was shaving yesterday when I checked it before the review. Am I at the wrong angle? Yeah, okay, little angle change there, and it started cutting. So yeah, you can get it shaving sharp. I'm not sure what the steel is. It doesn't really matter on a tool this basic. You're going to be resharpening it no matter what. It does have this tiny wood saw. I haven't used this much, but the flexibility of it is not ideal, but it is ground properly, so the teeth are thicker than the distal end of the spine, and it's fairly easy to access, so it'll do for small sawing tasks. The pliers themselves are spring loaded, so they open themselves. I'm not, you can see I'm not putting any tension on these handles to open. Sorry, let me pull out a little bit. The plier head, fairly basic offering from Leatherman. Looks a lot like the Leatherman, whatchamacallit, the Free series. A little more, triangular shaped. The cutters on here do not bypass. You can see right in here that, they just kind of touch each other. It makes them very poor wire cutters. I've tested these. I have a little zip tie lying here, so it should be easy for any multi-tool to cut a zip tie. And yeah, now notice I'm not opening these pliers. They have seized up. So here's another problem with these plier jaws, is that they seize up at the drop of a hat. So there goes your spring function. Not great. As well as not fully cutting through the zip tie. Yeah, you're not seeing light through it. That is still hanging on there. So yeah, not a great wire cutter. The plier heads freeze up almost immediately. I have tried to remedy this with a little bit of the diamond paste in the pivot, but really the only thing that seems to work is kind of just fiddling with it a little bit. Fiddle with it, and if you have to, take a piece of wood and twist, right? See me twisting back and forth. Yeah, not great. Not great. Let's check out our other tools. I have a mini can opener and a wire stripping notch down here. That's good because your wire cutter is not going to do much in the way of stripping. There is a tiny serrated blade, which I have not used, mostly because the access to it is pretty janky. Like, you're supposed to use a nail down here, but it's extremely hard to lever out, not to mention it clumps up with all the other tools. So, why they don't have any meat up here to grab and actually open it up, I'm not sure. And then what else? There's a depth gauge / file, which, yeah, let's navigate around the sharp little blade to get to that. Has the same kind of crap file that the free series has. No edge filing or metal saw capability, and then a depth gauge without any distinct markings on it. Clearly this is like a 1/4 inch, and these are centimeters. Centimeters easier to navigate, but yeah, just it feels like they just kind of packed throwaway tools on that side. And then you've got, you know, of course, obligatory flathead driver on here. Luckily only ground on one side, so you get a little bit of a fatter tip. Kind of nice for me. I work in furniture, so we usually get very wide slotted screws. And here's your cross driver or 2-dimensional Phillips driver, which is okay. It works. Not sure what this notch is. Might be part of the wire stripping system. But yeah, kind of a weak sauce offering overall from Leatherman. You know, if you're gonna spend $70 on this thing, really what I recommend you get is just spend $100 and get a Wave. There's really, I don't get it. I'm not sure where this tool is supposed to live in the hierarchy of Leathermans. Yeah, just kind of seems like a weird offering to me. And yeah, it'll probably take just some messing around with this thing to get the spring action to come back to normal. So yeah, there you go. Leatherman Sidekick. Not a fantastic offering from Leatherman. It definitely has a different feel from something like the Wave or the Surge or the Charge, or, you know, any of their other sort of more premium offerings. You can see it's a little more compact, but that doesn't earn you any convenience. If anything, you just end up getting, you know, smaller tools, right? If I take out the blades, whoops, that's a serrated blade. Yeah, if we take these out, put them side by side, you can see the Wave gives you a longer blade. It's easier to open. It's on a better tool overall with more features. So yeah, Sidekick, I'm not so sure about you. I'm glad that I saw it to see what Leatherman is doing on the other end of the spectrum from their premium tools, but I don't know that I would recommend this to anybody specifically. So yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry it wasn't a great conclusion today, but if you want to see more multi-tools, knives, I also do fountain pens and writing gear, and you know, other stuff around here, as well as like typewriters. Stick around, like, sub, do the things, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.